The Cavs are down 3-1 to the Warriors, but so far in the finals, LeBron is averaging a triple-double with nearly 32 points per game. But LeBron also has 19 turnovers in the series. Joined once again by LeBron's former teammate, Eddie House. Eddie, how would you grade LeBron through the first 4 games of the finals?
I give him an A-. Reason being, he's shooting 69% from the free throw line. So I got to knock a little bit back for that. The 19 turnovers, I got to knock a little back for that. And then in Game 3, he made the right play at the wrong time, passing it to Korver. So those 3 things are going to drop him down to an A-.
Knock it back a little bit for everything you just said?
Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, he's averaging a triple-double. I mean, if he's not doing these things that he's doing, 31 points, 11, and 10, they're nowhere. I mean, they haven't been in the first 2 games, but in Game 3, they wouldn't be nowhere near it, and then the same thing with Game 4. He has to carry all this weight. He's been doing a great job. 54 from the field, almost 40 from 3. Mm-hmm. You know he's not that big time of a three-point shooter, so 38% is
been,
big
by his
time.
standards, big time.
Yeah, that's big time. So I got him at an A- for those reasons.
I gave him a B.
A B?
I gave him a B.
From Shannon Sharp,
Yeah.
a B?
I thought I was gonna get an A+.
What?
No. He can't get an A from me.
Wow.
But now, if the series were tied 2-2.
That's the most objective thing you've ever said in the history of this show. Seriously.
About LeBron.
Yeah, I was waiting for A+.
No, I mean, you can't get it.
He's averaging a triple-double.
He is averaging triple-double. That's me down. As Eddie said, basically 32, 12, and 10. His last 2 games, he's plus 39 with LeBron on the court. They're minus 23 in under 10 minutes when he's off the court. Mm-hmm. They're down 3-1, but when LeBron is on the court, they're plus 6. That's dominant. But for the very reasons Eddie talked about, the turnovers, I can't give him that for the simple fact he's got 19 turnovers. He had 8 in 1 game. And the problem that I have is that in Game 3, he had 39, I think 12 and 9, or 39, 11 and 9. And we're not talking about what he did. We're talking about what he didn't do. He passed the ball to Kyle Korver, who at the time of the signing, Skip Bayless said Kyle Korver is the greatest catch-and-shoot three-point shooter in the NBA. And then you can't base a decision on what the outcome happened. You got to make the right play and live whatever the results are. That's the kind of guy I am, Skip. If you make the right play, I can live with the results because I know you did the right thing. And that's what LeBron did. He made the right play. He felt that if I can give us a 5-point lead, make it a 2-possession game with 40 seconds or less in the game, this is ball game. Because now they got to play the foul game. I have no problem with it. I'm going to give him a B. I've always been honest about LeBron. He's still the best player in the game. And can we please stop this conversation that KD has surpassed LeBron as the best player? Because he has not. And he will not until LeBron says, you know what, KD? Come on over to my house and I'm going to give you this crown. But until he calls him over, y'all need to stop talking about this.
I also want to congratulate my friend Eddie House for being thoroughly objective about what happened on that play, because the best player on the planet has to attack the rim. First of all, on the Draymond play, though that was the Korver play, because Draymond's got 5 fouls. And he's got a super high weight to the right-hand basket to start that play off. And he dribbles around, he shies away from the rim, and then you don't want Kyle Korver, who's an outstanding catch-and-shoot three-point shooter, shooting the shot of the year for you from the corner with, 52 seconds 52 seconds left. So back to the top. I'm going to give LeBron an objective grade here. I'm going C+, because that's what the best player on the planet deserves for these 4 games in total, because the best player on the planet is still down 3-1 with Game 5 in Oakland tonight. So it should be 2-2. I think you would agree with that.
Yeah.
It should be 2-all.
Yeah, everybody agrees with that.
Right? And to me, it could be 3-1 Cavaliers. And then you two would really be in your glory right now, because you'd be saying, we got this. But deep down, both of you know you probably don't got this, because at best case, it could go to Game 7 at Oakland. And I don't think Oakland's going to lose back-to-back Game 7s at home. That's just me. That's why I picked Golden State in 7. Now, back to what has happened so far. What if LeBron hadn't had 6 turnovers in the second quarter of Game 1 and 8 for the game? How much closer could that game have been? Because he just literally gave it away, and the halftime lead was Golden State by 8 in that game. What if in Game 2, LeBron hadn't had what I gave an A+ effort in the first half? He was just as dominant. It was one of his great playoff halves ever, and then completely unplugged in the second half for reasons I can't explain. He went tentative. He went passive. He began to defer. I've never seen anything. Well, wait a second. I have seen something like it. I saw it in the 2010 playoffs versus Boston. 2011, you were there at Dallas. I got to bring it back up.
Again.
How about 2014 in games 3 and 4 back home in Miami? That's that same guy. I don't know what happens. He just says, I won't do this right now. I'm going to unplug and disengage.
Skip.
I don't get it.
What?
Because you're only down 3 at halftime of game 2.
Okay, how about this? You keep saying that, okay, in game 1, they were down 8 points. Although LeBron had 19, 11, and 6 at the half.
6 times you just said, here, you can go the other way and score.
He turned the ball over.
Yep.
Now, game 2, he did have a triple-double.
He did.
So 2 of the last 3 games.
Took 6 shots in the second half. No good. He's better than that.
In those 2 games, it really was the third quarter that killed him. You know, they were right there at halftime.
They were.
Yeah, they right there. And in that third quarter, it's just, I don't know what happened and what has been happening to the Cavs, but they turned it around game 3. They finally were plus in that third quarter, and that made it a ball game.
They
and of
did,
course,
because Golden State went 1 for 5 from 3, and they got up in them a little bit more.
See, yeah, that's part of your defense. Yeah, don't let them be comfortable.
Yeah, down the stretch, it's the last 3:06 of that game. LeBron is minus 11 because he was on the court for that stretch. And I'm sorry, it's the king in his house, in his palace.
But
J.R. You can't allow that.
What about that shot J.R. Smith took? I think that kind of made that was a snowball effect after that. He missed a 3, then he got the rebound and ran to the baseline, just jacked up a wild 3. Didn't take any time off the clock. I mean, even that whole game, that game 3, they were jacking up 3s all throughout that game. That was just, and then Golden State will come right back down and hit a 3 on them instead of running your offense after you have a good defensive possession. You stop them, you get the rebound, come down, run your offense. Instead, they fell in love with the game that the Warriors play, and you can't beat the Warriors at that game.
Okay, but I'm going to say it one more time. The king in his palace had the ball in his hands with a 4-point lead and a minute and a half left. You have to close that deal, king. That's your fault. That's your time. Those are your possessions.
But I think we've both agreed that he's not that closer.
He's not
that Kyrie is the closer.
But I thought
that's just
on
not
that night against that team in that moment,
it's not in his makeup.
This is turning point, man. This is make or break, where you could you could flip this series on its ear.
If he just makes he always makes the right play though.
So let me ask you,
I say it was the wrong time to make the right play, but he just can't help it.
I just want to know.
Tell him.
If Magic Johnson, how many times has Magic Johnson ever got criticized for not taking the last shot?
Oh.
Never. Michael Jordan, how many times have you ever got criticized? Because think about it, Skip. The night that he came back, his first game back in the Garden, what did he do, Skip? How many? Can you tell the people? Because I don't know if everybody saw it, but I watched the game.
Tell him. Let Steve Owens tell him. It's on your
card.
card.
Oh, it ain't on my card. Huh? I got a read card. I watched it. No. He hit double nickels, 55 points.
He did.
But the game-winning shot, what did he do, Skip? He passed the ball to Will Perdue for a dunk. He didn't take the last shot. He made the right play.
Do you want me to start rattling off all the last shots he did make?
All I'm saying, Skip, all I'm trying to
How did he cap it off in Utah? What happened?
Skip.
He stole the ball, dribbled it all the way up to the other end, and everybody's open. I showed you the video the other day. Everybody's open. Steve Kerr's open in the corner. Pippen at the three-point line. Kukoc at the other three-point line. What does he do? He does a little this.
It's his time.
A little subtle, and he says, nope, sorry, guys. I got this.
The man scored a double
nickel. He did this right
in
here.
the Garden. Double nickel in the final play.
Who cares?
But I'm just...
Who cares? Nobody cares. It's regular season. Huh?
You gonna do this? Okay, what about... Okay, I remember one time...
So
you remember John Paxson? John Paxson had it go. In the last 5 minutes, he scored 10 points. Who took that shot against Phoenix? Who took that shot? Oh, my bad. Steve Kerr.
Yeah.
Remember Steve Kerr said?
He did.
Steve Kerr,
Michael told him, 2 people are going to come to me. I'm going to dump it to you, and you are going to make this shot. Wait, so LeBron told Kyle Korver before that play, I'm going to dump it to you in the corner.
He said, be ready.
But at that time, too, Kyle Korver was kind of struggling up and down, very inconsistent. You know, Kerr was pretty much money. You know what I mean? So you didn't have to worry. He just reiterated the fact that, man,
yes. See Kerr a better 3-point shooter than Kyle Korver?
Yes.
You crazy.
In the moment.
You crazy.
No.
You crazy.
Hey.
No. Man, with the Spurs, he did it with the Spurs. He did it with the Bulls. Who has Kyle Korver did it for?
I mean, look at the teams he's
I'm
been
just
on.
trying. But he still ain't did it.
He played with Jordan. He played with Tim Duncan.
I mean,
Millsap and Horford ain't the same.
But if you can shoot, you can shoot.
and he can't. That's why he got.
If you can shoot, you can shoot.
That's why he got 1,800 3-pointers. He can shoot.
Yeah, he can shoot.
He's shooting 60% from that short
Hey, but
left
when the light,
three-pointer.
you know,
But
when
he
the lights
didn't
get a
make
little
that
bright.
shot.
But you can't base it on results. So if the head coach calls a play, the quarterback goes through his progression. He throws me the ball and I drop it. It's the quarterback fault?
No.
Okay then.
Is
That was
there
your
like
fault.
a column in the? I didn't see that. I
That's
didn't
your
get the
fault.
stat line for the tries. How many times we care about that, or is it win or losses? He tried real hard. He shot the
No, I
shot.
don't do that. I'm a guy.
It is results.
Make the right
Right.
play.
Results,
I'll live
isn't
whatever
it?
results may come.
It was the right play, but at the wrong time, man.
Thank you.
Very well said, Eddie.
End of discussion.
Coming up, Richard Jefferson said all the pressure is on the Warriors tonight. Is he right? Chris Broussard joins the debate next.